Our goal here in this hour is to give you gift ideas, but also to make sure that your home is comfortable. I don't know about where you live, but this morning it was like 30 degrees. It was so cold. But I hear that by this afternoon, it's going to be 60 degrees. So the idea of having one unit that functions itself as a heater, and then when I need the fan later on, when it gets sustainable at 60, 70, 80 degrees and more, I'm going to love the idea that it's a fan. And it, by the way, weighs 7.5 pounds. That's it, 7.5 pounds. Now, you're going to get the fan, which when I moved it, there was a safety feature on it. You're going to get the fan with this, and you are going to get the remote that comes with the battery. You just need to tell us whether you want this in the platinum color or whether you like the cream color. Platinum is now very limited already. 4 easy pays on this, it's $17.50. So every household, I think even if you have central air and central heat, you know, hopefully, will need something like this. Entire unit exclusive, as I said, nice sale price on this. You're just choosing your colors and you're picking it up before it sells out. Because Scott Hine, there's gonna come a point where we're all looking for a fan to kind of help circulate the air, but now that fan gives you the bonus of never having to put me away because it functions as a heater.
Yes, you've seen the Cascade fans. There have been several of them have been today's special values. They're wildly popular. But to your point, you've never seen one that you can use all year round. And boy, isn't today, like you already mentioned, the exact day to illustrate why you want this exact fan. We woke up this morning, 36 degrees. It was really cold. Windows are open here in my house now. Just a few hours later, it's going up to mid-60s. So we needed a boost of heat this morning. Want to circulate the air this afternoon. Anything and everywhere in between, this will do it for you. And it's from Cascade, a name that has become the fastest growing home environment brand, not just here at QVC, but all around North America.
And you know what's nice about this, Scott, is I think you and I and a lot of other people have grown up with a box fan or a window fan. The fan today is like a whole different animal than it was way back then.
It is. And
And the nice thing about this, as Scott was just saying, is it's better than a box fan. It oscillates, and it's just not a fan. It's a heater and a fan that you are getting for less than $70. The comparable retail on this is $81.79. All right, Scott, so we talked about the comparison of the different traditional fans. Let's talk about this fan in particular.
yeah, and so there's that technology we're talking about. That first was that box, right? And the box fan was old and funky. And I remember my sister and I fighting for space at Grandma's house on a hot Saturday night in July. A jet engine in your house. And the problem is it only shot the air in one direction. That helped you. Always fighting for air. Next is the oscillating fan. God. But the problem with the oscillating fan is it's side to side. On again, off again, on again, off. So you really have full pressure. Rotate play technology. You guys, yeah.
Scott, give us a moment. We're going to fix your audio. Skype in the world of technology is not always friendly. So we're going to make sure we get Scott so we can hear everything that he's talking about. There's the remote on this, and there's a couple of things that I want you, that I can tell you about, you know, until Scott comes and keeps us company. Simple controls on here, and the same controls are right here on your remote, so you could be laying in bed and being able to do this. You also have a nice timer, as you can see, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hours, or 8 hours. So you're totally in control if you want to put the fan on at night or the heater on at night just to keep you warm for a couple of hours, and then you know you want it to be turned off by the time you wake up. You have the remote next to you, you can turn it back on. I mean, that's the beauty of this. You're also going to find that it oscillates, so it will oscillate for you. The grill on this is one that if you have little ones or you have a puppy or a kitten, nobody's nose or fingers can get in there, and I think that'll make you feel very comfortable. Up here is your on-off. Here is sort of like your thermostat, so it will hold whatever temperature that you need. Here are your controls for your heater, and there are 3 different levels on that. And then here are your controls for your fan, and there are 4 different speeds on your fan. So from here, I could go ahead and go here, and you could hear it kind of gets, although it's pretty darn quiet, right? So it's just that white noise that's so nice when you're trying to go to sleep. And it also tilts. So you can tilt it down if you're trying to keep the dog cool, or you can tilt it up a little bit if you have it over a vent. All right, Scott, I think we got you fixed now.
Audio is the finished thing. You know what I mean? So I think that's what we do is we move it up. I mean, let's turn it on. Don't you see how you've got 60 individual louvers working in conjunction with a 5-pedal blade, okay? So what that means is the air is getting counter-rotated. It means it's not just going anywhere, it's going everywhere. So no matter where you stand, sit, lay in a room, you'll feel that cool, refreshing breeze because, like we said, the oscillating fan, it only stays on you a little bit. The on again, off again, the box fan is completely worthless. But look at that. Look how those bubbles aren't just going in one direction, Pat. They're going in every direction, and they are flying out of there. That's the power. As we turn this to the side, come here, you can see, like you said, it can be tilted. So that means anywhere you want to go with that air. And then the beauty of it is, see what happened there? And it happened to you earlier. Because it's a heater, it has a tip over protection, which I like a lot. So I just moved that and it was running, but there's a heater element in it. You don't want it tipping over, but if it does, it shuts it off automatically. So it's all the wonderful things about the Cascade fans that you've known, but it's even better because it's got the heater with a low and a high setting, and it's got all the other, the remote, the timer, and everything like that. But the big thing is it can be used all year round, Pat. That's the big difference from any other Cascade fan you've ever seen.
And Cascade fans, look, we've all owned them. They're a really good quality fan that you're buying here. Yeah. And the nice thing about this is a little over 7 pounds. And there is that safety, just one of the safety features that we were talking about. But now I can unplug it and take it upstairs if I want to unplug it and take it upstairs. Maybe I'm sitting outside and I want to, just take it outside, for the afternoon with me. Maybe I decided I was going to do my work outside, my work from home outside. You can go ahead and take that. The idea, Scott, that you are getting, I mean, think about it. What fan have you found that has all these features for $35? Because literally, you're buying a fan and a heater, and if I break that into 2, that's $35 a piece. You are getting something that's really awesome.
Yeah, and here's another way I like to use it as we come back to my other camera of the video. See here, this is just in my dining room. Like I said, it's 65 degrees out right now. It is gorgeous. Wait till you go outside, Pat. The difference in temperature just the past few hours, it's astounding. It's gorgeous out right now. So now, all of a sudden, instead of it being cold, it's nice out. I want to get that fresh air into the house because we haven't had the fresh air in quite some time, right? Because we've been locked up for the winter and all that.
Look at that.
When you do that, because it's so thin, it fits in the window. And then you're getting that full, complete, and total air circulation. So all that fresh air is going throughout the room you're in. And to your point, it's only a little over 5 pounds. Take it with you. Nice long cord. You can plug it in anywhere. But now, all season long, you are not either heating or cooling, but no matter what, you're doing it super effective because of the technology from Cascade.
Scott, on my way into work today, I live in New Jersey, and they were talking about how the price of electricity is going to go up. And I thought to myself, I worry just like you all do. We all worry about our heating bill. We worry about, our cooling bill. This is a supplement. Many times, something like this in the room where you're at allows you to actually lower that thermostat. So that kind of balances things out, and you're a lot more comfortable when you have something like this.
It is quite literally all year round. You know what you do? You get, if you're in the winter, just a couple weeks ago, I put this over top of my register, and you may be able to see it here. So now you put the heat on the heating side of this, and you put over your heating register, and it literally quickly 4 minutes. What do? We get cold. brutal winter. Really tend to do that. Go to the thermostat and jack the heat up to 70, 73. Well, that doesn't just heat your room. That heats the whole house. And HVAC units are thousands of watts of power. So you're spending an extraordinary amount of money just to heat one room. Instead of doing that, why don't you grab the Cascade? You can heat, you can cool, either way, but you're doing it with that complete rotating blade technology. So it means no matter where you stand, you sit, you lay, you take a nap, working out, no matter what you're doing, Pat, you're going to feel that breeze, cool, refreshing breeze or warm, soothing breeze. Either way, Cascade has you covered.
And you know, when you look at that comparable retail value, it's it's $82. So you're saving $12 when you're buying it today when you need it, because you start to use it right now no matter where you live or what the day, because you know sometimes this time of the year Mother Nature can be a little finicky, not to hurt her feelings, because her first big spring day is Thursday, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be cool outside, that we're going to need a fan. The nice thing I think about this is a great gift. My daughter went to school up north, so they didn't have air conditioning, because really where she went to school, it was hot when they got there, and they didn't have air conditioning in their dorm rooms. But probably a month later, if that, it was freezing. So this would have been a really nice compromise, because I ended up getting her a little heater eventually, and then she took the fan in the beginning of the season. This way you've got one thing. Go ahead and pick it up for yourself. You know, I have only really seen one other brand at QVC bring the heater cooler in one unit, and it was a couple $100, where this is certainly very, very affordable today. 4 easy pays at $17.50. So think about who may need this on your shopping list. This is a need as we look for ways to really save money and be more comfortable. I grew up in a family house, and to the day that we sold it a couple of years ago, we never had central air. I mean, I remember as a kid, we had the box fan, and that was aimed at my dad, and the rest of us were just hot. And then we had that window fan with the screen when we went to bed at night, and it was so hot in that front room that I shared with my sister Karen, where this would be really, really nice for you if you don't have, not everybody has central air. Even sometimes when I watch, the HGTV and all the shows where they go look at homes, not every home has central air, and that's very, very expensive. So make yourself comfortable. If you can bring it to work, maybe, because I know here there's several spots in the building, it's very cold, and employees will actually use the heater certain times of the year because it is that cold. So, Scott, we're talking about $17.50 to get this home and to give it a try.
Yeah, and you already know the technology. I mean, Cascade's been wildly popular here at QVC. We've had several today's special values on just the fans. You've not seen, except one other time here, the fan and heater combined. So the nice thing is, I love what you're saying, that getting home, try it out, but there's almost kind of a built-in insurance that you know how strong and powerful these fans are, how well built they are, because you've known Cascade for several years. Now it's just, hey, let's add the heating element. And that's what's really cool about it. So here what I did is it took me only a few seconds, because remember, it only weighs a little over 5 pounds. Here's that rotating blade technology. Here are the bubbles flying all around the room. Because again, remember, it warmed up to 65 degrees here in Southeast Pennsylvania. So I've opened up a window. Now here in the kitchen, which already gets hot to start with, already has some cooking odors. Why not circulate that fresh air in every chance you get? Because then ultimately, at some point in time, Pat, it's going to get into the 80s. And we're going to have to close our windows again and circulate that kind of stale air from the air conditioning. So for the next couple months, while it's just nice out, let's get that fresh air in as many rooms as we possibly can. This is the way to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And I love the idea, because I know, Scott, you have those beautiful dogs. If the dog is hot, you can angle it down so it goes down onto the dog if you need to be able to do that. That's the beauty of it. And it's so different than fans from yesteryear. I don't know if you were listening to me, but as I said, I really only, and I don't know everything, so I'm not claiming that, but I only really know of one, and a very nice fan that is a couple $100. But if that's not in your budget and you want to try this, these Cascade fans, as Scott said, have been TSVs, today's special values, in the past, but there's never been the heater and fan one. So that's why we're giving you that sale price today, comparing the retail price on this would be almost $82, and you're getting the fan and the heater at a very affordable price.
Yeah, a lot of fans out there use these wimpy little pinwheels to show you how powerful they are. Not us. We use the real deal here. I mean, we